Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another 5M video following on our YouTube server series. Today we've got a few resources to add in and a few edits to make. So first of all, we're going to change the logo for the My logo for your server icon, and we're going to change the loading screen. We're going to change the map from a black and white map to a colored map. Change the chat so it's not a blue box. Put a dev blocker in so they can't use dev tools. A way of seeing people's IDs, an emote system, and a 3D me. So what I mean is, let's jump into 5M and I'll take you through what the edits that we're going to make today. So get a bit more customized, get a bit more of an actual server. So let's go and put these few little resources in. We've got loads to add, but these are going to be the first few that we're going to do. So let's go in. So as you can see, this is called My Logo. I'll take you through that, and this is obviously a loading screen. We're going to be changing both of these, as well as quite a few other things. So let's get in it and let's get these sorted. Boom, boom. I'll take you through them all so you know exactly what to do yourselves. We're going to change this at some point as well. We're not on today's video. Let's play. That's location. Confirm. Right, so black and white map, black and grey map. We're going to change this so it's a coloured map. Yeah. We're also going to change. Oh, it's already in. But normally this is a blue square box for your chat. As you can see, we're going to change it to a better chat. A better chat. It's still on a bloody little screen. Why is it still on a little screen? Bloody thing. Hold on, let me do this. In windowed mode. There we go. I mean, we'll leave it on that so then it's easier to show you. Right, so if I just move this to the side. So we're going to change the server icon. We're going to change the loading screen. The chat's already in. I'll show you how to do that because I'm not going to do all this for you. I'm just going to give you the resources and I'll take you through them. The dev blocker will also put in the OX target, the emote system, and the 3D me. So when you do /me, you'll be able to write a message and you'll see. That looks like it's already got one in, unless I added it. No, I think that comes from OX target. So don't worry about the mate. We'll get rid of the mate. We don't need to do that. That's already in. Okay, so let's get to it. So let's come out of this. So what you can do, let's go into the server folder, which if you've been following along, yours should be in your C drive, QB core. First things first is my logo. So let's open up Photoshop. Let's open up my Photoshop. So the main thing with the server icon, it has to be a PNG and it has to be 96 by 96 pixels, if I remember rightly. So let's open this. Image size 96 by 96, as you can see. So let's change this just so you can see that we have edited it. And let's go to my graphics folder. Sure, we'll find something. Let's change it to this picture. Obviously, it's only a little placeholder just to show you that we've changed it. You can put it to whatever you like. So let's paste this in here. The important things, like I say, it has to be 96 by 96. Let's go a bit bigger. There we go. Good old Jimmy Dodgers. Right, so file, save as. Make sure it's called My Logo with the capital L. It's got to be exactly like that, and it is a PNG. So let's save that. Saved. Okay. So your My Logo will be sorted. So you pop that into your TX data, QB core, the main server folder. Put that in there. Replace. Now we're going to do the loading screen. So the loading screen, if you go inside this, there's an assets folder. And you're going to go to images, and we're going to change this. So same again, Photoshop, file, open. Let's find the loading folder. Loading, this is for the loading screen, assets, images, and it's called 1. It has to be called 1, and it's same again, 1.png. So let's paste this picture once again. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Image size, I'm pretty sure it's 1920 by 1080. Image size 1920 by 1080. Yeah, and it has to be a PNG. So let's file, save as, PNG, save. Okay. saved. So resources, standalone. Let's put the new loading screen in there. The thing with it, still opening here. No. Right. Also with this loading screen, if you go into the assets and you go into the audio, it's got a music track. If you want to change this, it has to be an MP3 and it has to be named non-copyright, as you see there. If you don't want the music in there, you can simply just delete this. But if you want to do it more technical, if you're a bit more familiar, open up the index.html. Let's open it with Visual Code and get rid of this little text down here. Just delete this line for the audio. Okay, so that's going to be the loading screen sorted. It's in our standalone folder. Job done. So the loading screen sorted and the my logo is sorted, which was just in your main server folder, which has to be named just like that, my capital L logo, and it's a PNG and it's 96 by 96. Right, next we're going to change chat. So this is, you're going to come out of your server folder and we're going to go back to our main C drive and we're going to go to the 5M folder, the folder with the server artifacts where you start the server. Scroll up and you're going to go to Citizen, System Resources, and you're going to delete the chat that's in there and you're going to just put the chat in there. Okay. Right, let's go back to the main server folder, go back into resources, go back to standalone. I'm going to put the dev blocker in so people can't use dev tools. Don't worry about the -main, although if we're going to do it properly, let's just get rid of that. Not that it makes a difference. Happy days. And the same is going to apply with emotes. So the emotes, when you do /e space dance, etc., there's now going to be emotes in the server. And that map I showed you, the black and grey map, we're going to put coloured map in. So now you've got a coloured map on your pause menu. And the rib ID, what that does, if you hold down U, you'll be able to see people's IDs around you, which is very useful when wanting to report someone or know what somebody's ID is. Hold down U and it will show the IDs next to you. Job done. Now we're going to put in OX target to go alongside OX inventory. Let's get rid of that. Have I got it there? OX target is now in. A couple of things we have to do with the OX target. Let's go to some documentation for the OX target. Let me just find that. OX target. There is a converse we need. Documentation. The way I do it, obviously you've already got OXlib. We've installed that with the OX inventory. So let's go into OX target and let's create a new text document. Doesn't matter the name on this. Open it up. Control V. Paste what we just copied across. Converse. We're going to go File, Save As. All files. And we're going to save as config.cfg. Save that. Okay, now we're going to delete the text file that we just made. There's the config. Oh, I named it wrong. My bad. Can we just rename it here? CFG. Yes. Right, we're going to have to do this again. So file, save as config.cfg. Yes. Saved. Right, it's a CFG file now, so this should work. Right, now we're going to go to our server folder, server CFG, scroll down, and we have to put a couple of things in here. So this is going to stop just before the inventory. So ensure OX target, and we also need to do another exec so it runs that server CFG. So it's going to be exec at OX_target /config.cfg. Sorted. Save that. Come out of that. Come off that. We can delete that now. Let me start up let's get the TX up. Login. Okay, a couple of things while we're here. Go into the CFG editor. Scroll down. Project name. So this is the host name. This is the title of the server. So I changed mine to Rib YouTube series. Like, subscribe. Project name Rib YouTube series. And the project description, access the RibSoso website. So while we're here, I'll show you that. So this used to be a paid subscription. It's not anymore. This is the home to all my old server files. So, for example, these are all old servers full of resources. If you're a bit more familiar and you want to just jump straight ahead, download these packs, go through them. There's thousands and thousands of cars, clothes, scripts. Read the full server packs that I've made over the years, and it's now available to everybody. Clothing packs full of hundreds of clothes, vehicles, everything's in here, which will also give you access to my Vault Discord, which is, as you can see, it's got clothing packs, maps, vehicles, scripts, the latest servers. It's got everything. So yeah, go ahead and go to the website, sign on up, and you'll get access to the subscriber page. Just make sure you're a sub on the YouTube and you liked the last video. Okay, so back to it. So this is with your host name, your project name, the project description, and we should be good to go. So let's restart. Let's save this. We'll restart the server, and we'll jump on and we'll check the edits. Okay, 5M. So you'll notice straight away the server icon should be changed. The title, the description. It hasn't sunk the cache yet, but there we go. It will have changed. I haven't deleted the cache, etc. Let's check for a loading screen. Do we have a loading screen? Come on. So there's the music as I was on about. Loading screen's changed. So you change that picture to whatever you like. Change the music to whatever you like. I've showed you how to do that in the video. I've showed you how to do the icon at the start, titles, etc. all covered. Right, let's load in. Last location, confirm. Okay, we're in. So the pause menu is now coloured. I'll get rid of this for you. I just haven't got around to it. I totally forgot I had an icon down here. So you've got a coloured map. Happy days. The chat is not a big blue box. It's a better chat than it was. /me already works with OX. Oh, we need to get rid of QB target, my bad. Just while the server's up, it doesn't really matter. Let's go to our server folder, which is QB core, resources, QB, and you need to delete QB target because it's reading it's found two different targets. We're not going to use that target, obviously. Another thing to do while we're in here, resources, standalone. Let's go to OX inventory, config, and we're going to say true to the target in here. Where is it? Image path. Target. Where are you? Control F, target. Target is to get deprecated at future. Okay, so we're going to use the target to save that, make that true, save that. What else would we just do? Is this showing half a screen again? I bet it is, isn't it? Standalone, what do? We put the colour map in, yep. The emotes, let's check the emotes. I don't know why my OBS is doing that. Right, so if we go emotes, okay, it's not giving us a list of the emotes, it's just the emotes are in. List doesn't want to other emotes. We got smoke, yeah. Beer. So yeah, the emote menu's in. Let me just double check what else we've got. There's probably a list in here of what emotes there is. Not too sure why the list isn't showing emotes. Why isn't that popping up? Must have a dependency. Let me have a look. MySQL probably needs menu. Let's have a little look. Let me pinch that off my main server, menu V. Copy. Standalone. Paste. Oh no, that's already in there. Okay, I'll provide this emotes menu, and when I find what it actually uses, I'll let you guys know. It should pop up another screen. I don't know why it's not doing that at the minute. Let me just double check on here. I haven't checked it on my main server, to be honest, so I'm not too sure if it's working on there either. We'll come back to that. So, colored map, emotes, the loading screen sorted, the dev blocker sorted, QB target sorted, all the ID. So when you hold down U, you can see it. If I had people around me, I'd see their ID as well. Colored map. Right, let's come off this. What's up the chat? Oh, it's because it's not finding the emote. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let me restart this so we can go back on with the target sorted. Did I not open it? Yeah, I did. Restart. Okay. Restart 5M. You can see, so there's the server icon, the My logo that we changed. It must be 96 by 96 and a PNG. Titles, descriptions all changed. Let's join again. So you know how to change that. Like I say, it has to be 96 by 96 and a PNG. This has to be 1920 by 1080, and you know how to change the music.
Jordan 4s or Jordan 1s, Rolex's got more than one.
Right, let's spawn back in. That's location. Okay, so we've now only got one target. Beautiful. Right, let's go find a bin just to test the target, or you can just go to a shop. Holding down the left alt for your target. There we go. We find a bin quickly. There's one. Even closer. To change the items in the shop and to change the items in your dumpsters, it's obviously in the OX inventory. So if we quickly go to that, we'll go over that while we're here. Standalone. OX inventory. Config. So this is the loot you'll find in the vehicles, loot you can find in the dumpsters, and down here is not the shop. I thought the shops were in here. Is it QB? Where are they going to be? Let's go to resources QB. QB shops, config. Right, it's not showing all the products because you have to add these into the data items in your OX inventory. So if we go, another little tip I'll show you now, guys. If we go resources, QB, core, shared, items. This was the old way of adding in an item. But what you have to do now, these items have to be added, if you haven't got them already, have to be added into resources, standalone, OX inventory, data, items. They have to be in here. However, my friend has sent a link. Just find it. There's a useful website, which is this. So I could, for example, go to, let's go back to the Qubit core items, resources, Qubit core shared items. Let's find, so the Coca-Cola, for example, Coca-Cola, copy, go to that website, paste it in there, input, and then go convert, and it will convert it to OX inventory for you. Copy this, go back to your OX inventory data items, paste it in here, and it will now be, don't forget the comma, it will now be an item in OX inventory. Okay, so I'll link this down below. I'll leave the link for all these resources down below as well. There's loads and loads to come, but it's just a little start. So if we go over it again, so we've changed the logo. I've shown you how to do this. Scroll back on the video, 96 by 96 PNG, pull it here in your main server folder, done. We've changed the chat, shown you how to do that. It's in the server artifacts, citizen, system resources, delete the chat that's in here and put the one I've provided. Back to the server folder. Standalone. We've put a coloured map in, although I'm going to edit that for you and get rid of that little logo. But we've got a coloured map. Unless you find another one, just pop it in here. Delete this one. We've added the emotes menu, but it's missing a menu. I'll find that and I'll upload it. Loading. I mean, they're working, but the list. Yeah, I'll sort that for you. The loading screen image 1920 by 1080. It's got to be a PNG. I've shown you how to get rid of the musical. Add music. Names must all stay the same. Like the image has to be named as one.png, and the audio track has to be an MP3, and it has to be this. I think it's called non-copyright. The name it says there, or just delete it from the index.html as I've showed you. We've added a dev blocker for the dev tools. Job done. OX inventory. Oh, we added the OX target. We added the OX target. One thing I'll do while I'm here, there's a bug with the lockpicks. But if we put this in, the lockpick will now be fixed. Let's go do that. I'll do that while I'm here. Let's go to OX inventory, data, items, Control F, lockpick. I'll put this in the description of the video as well. Save. So the lockpicks will work now. Anything else we've done? OX target, yeah, we did that. Oh, the ID, when you hold down U for the ID, it'll show the people around you's ID. Very useful, and it's needed. Anyway, like, subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. We'll keep pumping this server up, keep amending it and changing it, getting it better and better. And until the next one, I'll see you then. Take care. Adios for now. Peace.